All right, welcome to the semi-final match of Mario Kart here. We've got Provo High School versus the Tooele Blue Shells. And first track looks like it's going to be Mario's Gold Mine. Let's hope for a good match. Starting out here, it gets a little chaotic just because people are all right next to each other. Obviously, not unfortunate to get off the map there, but certainly not the comeback. We really want to get these top spots here because of this map. It's a little hard to make a comeback, and so if we can do it early and just make them make the comeback, it's a lot better for us. All right, we're starting to catch up here. 1-3-4-6 right here. They've only got second and fifth, it seems, as their top spots. All right, looks like they've only got second place here in the top spots. Hopefully, Steve's pulled out in first place with some good defensive items. Chonky Boy going to get a pretty decent lead here. We're all but first here, so even though they get the best spot, they're just not going to get the bonus of all the other top spots. All right, next race here is going to be on Wee Rainbow Road. We've got Provo in the lead with a 7-point difference. This map is certainly more of a track where you want to stay in the front, but if you want back, since it's a longer track, you can make a comeback pretty well. No, nothing crazy when it comes to items here. But we're going to have to look for points early on just to get that extra little speed boost we get from having points. All but one of us trying to take that here. Keep Steve's falling off the map. Currently bottom 5 and 7th and 6th here, while we still have first place. Hopefully we can get those two other top spots we were talking about earlier. they've currently got just 1 and 2. We've got 3, 4, 5, 6. But we do have some good items in the back. Hopefully we can get something good for 30 here. Pop Smurf. Some good defensive items as well. Aim. Swing and a miss a little bit, but otherwise we've got pretty good items. It's only the second lap, so we have all the opportunity in the world to come back. Papa Smurf gonna dodge the blue there with a through. Pretty nice, pretty nice. We might pass in the first with this cut. Oh yeah. 1, 3, 4, 6. This would be a net game even if it ended up like this, but of course it could still be good items. So, top 3, 6. Looking good, but of course it would be beneficial to get out of 6th here, but we're doing all right. Top 3. Top 3, 5th. We got the red shell in right at the last second. All right. And extending the lead here, we've now gone to 51-27. All right, we're going to go to our next match here. This is Mushroom Gorge. Got a huge big shortcut right at the end that you kind of got to take in order to do well. Let's just hope that we get through this every lap. We've got Ketchup and Chonky Boy both with shrooms. Of course, Chonky Boy using it early just because he's confident to get more, as we can see here. We've got top 3, 5 still holding those spots. Ketchup definitely holding that banana just to keep himself safe. First place gonna take the shortcut, which is crazy. Oh, King Steve's taking that shroomless, catching up a little bit just to help hold those top 2 spots. Top 2, 4, 6 here. We've got a star and step back, which is good. Hopefully Ketchup can get some good items and take the cut. I guess we'll find out soon. No shroom. Of course, holding those top 2 spots is, even though this is a comeback track, there is a good chance that those top 2 spots just hold each other tight and just take good lines and get a huge lead. Chonky Boy getting hit there, but he, of course, still survives. And we've got good items. We can absolutely take cut here. First place taking cut again. Jeez, top 2. It's going to be a little hard for Tooele here. Top 2, 4, 5. We only missed the 3rd place there. Looking pretty good for Provo. Good communications from them too. It's honestly a big part of this. All right, on to the next map. We've got N64 Rainbow Road. This is a hard map to come back on because it's nice and short. It's got huge shortcuts. So hopefully we can just keep those top spots here. That's the big key to winning here. Getting drafts right at the start where you hold right behind people. It can make you, as you can see from Ketchup, get straight up in first, of course. All right, we've got top 2, 4th, and 6th. These top 2 positions are absolutely vital just to get as many points as possible. And if you have the top 2 spots, you could get blue shelled and still retain a good amount of points because it'll only be your teammate passing. 1, 2, 3, 6 here. Hopefully, Chonky Boy can get some. Oh, those red shells absolutely took him, and we're now in top 4 positions. Hopefully, Chonky Boy can be our wall here and just hold. Oh, and he's got triple greens, which is awesome for holding those positions. There's not a lot that they can do. It totally whiffed. The blue shell didn't hit any of us. All right, so we're on Maple Treeway for our 5th game of the first set, or our 5th race of the first game. This one's a pretty long track, which means that comebacks are possible, but it's more important that you hold those top positions like we have in the past. We're top 3, 4, 5, just barely. Of course, there's a whole lot that they can do to stuff us out, but we've got top 3, 7 now. Unfortunately, it seems like Chonky Boy's either trying to get better items in the back or just got hit by something. 1, 2, 6, 7 is currently what we're at in terms of positioning. Hopefully we can get those good items from back. Ooh, catching up a little bit, as his name is saying, but gets hit by the trail, I'm assuming. Oh, and another banana too. But top 2 positions are really important here as well, clearly. Ketchup here looking for good items and gets a pretty good set. The important part of that would be the star, just to keep him safe for the last little bit of the 3rd lap, if he can hold it that long. Of course, keeping those top 2 positions, it's kind of hard to break through when the 2nd place has defensive items. We got the shot, which is absolutely gigantic. Ketchup is going to wait at least for the glider. He's probably going to change it into the item set just to get the absolute most value out of this shock. It's an absolutely pivotal use. Gonna bullet up. Honestly, it's looking like we're gonna take top 3, 6, and 5 here. There you go. Another good race. Keeping those top 2 positions is really just where the difference comes in terms of scoring here. All right, final race is going to be Bangkok Rush, I believe. And this one's yet another hard to come back type track. We did miss one item and King Steve's getting the back a little bit, but top 2 positions once again. It's hard to break through on those 2. The only real way that we can do it is with a blue shell or a shock, and it doesn't look like they're bagging too hard, except for Kamek in the back. We're still holding top 2, but getting 6th and 7th place. If we get top 2, it's absolutely a 1 set. So hopefully we can get those 2. Unfortunately, falling out of 2nd there, but it's, even if they do get a gain on this, even if Tooele gets a gain in terms of points, it's unlikely that they'll make up that 60-ish point deficit. Maybe we could see a little bit more from them in the 2nd game, and they could come back that way, but all right, we're not quite going to get the top 2 spots, but getting first here pretty much seals the deal on that first game. There you go, and hopefully we can Alright, so we sprint. This is a bit of a front-running track, which is what we call it when it's hard to make a comeback. Hopefully we can get those top spots and keep them. Of course, we're in top 4 right now, so it's going to be hard to come back at this point already. In terms of items, we've got a pretty good loadout, seemingly. Yeah, the important part here for Provo is just to keep up those coins and chain those items, trying to get the best items possible, just to absolutely secure the win. All right, seeming as though the entire Tooele team is in the back, they're probably going to have some really good items, at least in terms of, you know, blue shells and shocks. Chunky Boy, unfortunately, getting hit in the back, but does get some pretty good items that might allow him to pass a few. Getting red shelled, ooh, that's unfortunate. But of course, going to hold 7th place out. Here we go. A good game from, a good race from Provo High. All right, we're seeing Sunset Wilds as our next track. Hopefully we can, this one you can definitely come back on, so holding those back spots is actually pretty good. Of course, still a little bit hard to come back if we have top 4 spots or if they have top 4 spots. Tooele here getting the blue shell just really early on, which is pretty lucky for them. Of course, using it at the right time as well is pretty skillful. But we're starting to catch up into the top spots again. now reaching top 4 spots, coming into the 3rd lap. Almost perfect coins. Holding these top 4 spots, even though this is a bagging track, which is what we call it when it's a comeback track, it's still hard to come back even with all the shortcuts. Alright, we're taking the next game here in Berlin Byways. This one, comebacks are possible, but they're not as good as they were on Sunset Wilds. So top spots are quite important on this track. It can get a little bit chaotic right at the end, which means that having a dodge right at the end, like a star or a bullet bill, will be really, really useful on the last lap. Currently 1, 3, 4, 7 in terms of placements. We're getting pretty good items and just trying to hold those top spots, trying to get into second with these offense items. Oh, gonna get that green shell on that second place player, and we're now 1, 2, 4, 8. Looking a lot better for us after hitting that green shell. Tooele's got some pretty good offensive items here. We're really just trying to get past him and into a spot where they can't hit us. Oh, we got two shock dodges. An unfortunate timing with that shock there from Tooele. Shock dodging is honestly one of the most important things in this game. If you can shock dodge, you can get top spots consistently. 2, 3, 4, 5. They unfortunately got. Sorry, we got all of the top spots except for first place there. All right, so we're gonna have our fourth race of the second game. It looks like Toads Harbor. This one, it's really important to get those top spots. Currently, we've got first, but only 5th, 7th, and 8th. Maybe we can get those good items down and just be able to make those comebacks, just get into those top spots real quick. It looks like Tooele is actually trying to disguise themselves as our combos, which is a little certainly possible to be a good strategy, but it might just be that the name tags that appear above players is enough. 2, 3, 4, 7 here. Hopefully we can get that last person out of first and possibly get into another top spot just before anything too terrible happens. Ketchup going to get a ton of red shells there, pulling up into second place along with Papa Smurf in first. Papa Smurf with a gigantic lead, which of course he always has with his really tight lines and great mini turbo usage. We're now top 3. We're just missing that 4th place. We ended up getting a bullet bill in both 3rd and 5th, so it's not like there's a whole lot that they can do about that, honestly. All right, for the 5th game of, or the 5th race of this game, it looks like Piranha Plant Cove, if that's what that's called. This one is quite a front runner, which means that you kind of have to stay in the front. It's really important on this track just to get as many points as possible, just since they're so scarce on this track. We're currently 1, 2, 6, 7th. Chonky Boy there going to get hit out of third, which is a little unfortunate, but we do have bottom two spots, which sounds bad, but it means that we can get really good items. So possible comeback coming up here. Papa Smurf, though, in second place with some crazy good items there. All right. They've currently still got fifth and third, or second. We're currently 1, 3, 4, 6. Of course, Papa Smurf gonna take a shroom cut straight into second. Hopefully, we can take these top spots all the way to the last lap and into the finish line. Chonky Boy gonna take the shroom cut, which is a pretty big cut for a front-running track. We're currently a 1, 2, 4, 6, which is definitely a net gain, but maybe not quite what Provo wants here. Oh, of course, taking tighter lines and getting good items is really important, just in general. Obviously, going to help us out, help them out when it comes to them, but taking a pretty decent lead into the second game here. It looks like we're going to have Sky High Sunday as our last map of Game 2. Possibly, you know, the last game of the set if, as long as Provo High maintains that lead. On this track, it's really important to hold those top spots, and it doesn't look like it here, but it certainly... Some unfortunate sequences of events happening to our players, except for Chonky Boy holding that top spot pretty convincingly. Ketchup here has a bullet, or not a bullet, a blue shell. Going to use it immediately just because it in a team game it'll go against the other team rather than your own, which is actually super helpful. It is not. It looks like 1, 4, 6, 7th. But of course, we're getting pretty good items and hopefully taking better spots. First and fourth is really not what we want in terms of the top spots. Ooh, and King Steve's absolutely catching up. Really big win right there. And Ketchup getting a shock behind the bullet. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, this is absolutely a win for Provo High. Oh, wow. All right, seemingly that is GG's. Good game from both teams. Provo High going to make it to the finals there. But congratulations to Tooele for making it that far. Hopefully good seasons from both teams.